What's good? Welcome back to another episode of Where the Money At. And you know we keeping it rocking and rolling. We on episode 29, and you know we locked in on cryptocurrency right now. So today we're going to talk about what happened with the Grayscale court case, one of my favorite subjects in this space, dollar cost averaging. And the last thing we're going to talk about is why we may need to take all this information a little bit more seriously. And we got our first goal for the channel is to get 100 subscribers. So if you're loving the information we put out there, you loving the discussions we having, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. But let's get right into it. Let me share my screen. All right. So let's pull up CoinGecko and check out some of these prices. We got Bitcoin sitting right at 26,000. And in the last 24 hours, we done dropped damn near 4%. You see, we had that huge rise up and a huge fall down. Ethereum sitting at around 1650 and BNB sitting at $217. So let's get a little bit in onto the price action. So if we look back, we've been on a huge downtrend ever since we hit the all-time high in November of 2021. But if we zoom in, we had that Grayscale court case ruling that wasn't really, they didn't approve any ETFs. They just had a ruling in favor of Grayscale. And this pump from 26,000 to 28,000 was pure desperation. Everybody in crypto right now is so excited and waiting on the bear market, and we got all this news of the ETF. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is really not the time to get excited. This is the time to stay locked in and focused and emotionally neutral. Because as you can see, based off of that pump, we have come right back down and lost all those gains. So it's really, really nothing to get excited about. But if we're doing on some TA stuff, we have the 100, 200 day moving average right here, and we falling below it again. So we could turn that into resistance and stay under it for a while. And we also have this huge downtrend that we have not broken yet. So it's still in the air whether we'll go up or down. But you know, on this channel, it's not necessarily about the day-to-day price action. It's about making your plan and executing it. It's not about if the price does this today or this tomorrow. Your plan should stay the same. You should be emotionally neutral, and none of this should matter. But, you know, it's fun to look at price action. So, you know, we do that. But let's really get into what we're talking about today. Grayscale had a huge victory in court. So let's hear the CEO talk about it, and then I'll get into my feelings about what's really going on and what I feel like is really happening, because I'm not as perked up and excited as everybody else is. But you know, it's not about me. Let's listen to the CEO.
Opportunity and really directly violate the SEC's mandate.
Everything goes your way, how quickly could you get the ETF up and running?
Well, it really, again, depends on working proactively with the SEC. Throughout this process, you know, we have had what we would think of as a professional disagreement with the SEC. The very foundation of the Grayscale business is making, you know, crypto accessible through existing rules and regulations here in the US. And so we want to maintain that posture with the SEC, not only through this decision, but on a go forward basis. You know, GBTC is just the first of many products that Grayscale has that all intend to eventually convert into ETFs and have a whole family of digital asset ETFs here in the US.
All right, so I just took 40 seconds out of that. I'm going to drop the link below. You listen to the whole thing and tell me what you think. But right now, after this court case, I mean, they're making a big media run. I mean, he did CNBC, he did Bloomberg, but he's talking about it's a huge win for the crypto community. I'm not saying he's, you know, lying or whatever, but I'm saying the crypto community is built with average everyday Joes like yourself and I. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not the real money that's going to make this thing take off. This ETF is for everybody else that's not in the crypto community. So that's why you have to really, really take what these people say with a grain of salt and really understand whose team they're really on and what they're trying to say. I think he's trying to play towards the crypto community. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, because I don't see him as somebody who's on the front lines for the crypto community, you know, gladiating for us. You know what I'm saying? His job is to make money. So he needs to make more products and the best products to make money, to get more money into Grayscale. And he needs money from the older generation, pensions, 401ks, large companies, institutional investors. Crypto is, look, you get what I'm saying, and I'm not about to ramble on about it, but you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm always suspicious of things like this. But let's talk about one of my favorite subjects is dollar cost averaging. What is dollar cost averaging? It's taking a set portion of money and investing it every week, every day, every month. And this takes the emotion out of investing. So let's say you want to invest in Bitcoin every month and you take $100 and you invest it every month. You invest it here, you invest it here, you invest it here, you invest it here. That means that it does not matter what the price action is doing. You have a set amount. It could be $10 a day. Some people do $100 a day inside of Bitcoin or their favorite altcoins or their favorite projects. But we need to start handling this investing with more maturity. I'm not saying dollar cost averaging is the most mature way to do it, but it has been the way I have personally used, and none of this is financial advice. This is the way I've personally used to grow my portfolio, remain emotionally neutral, and be able to look at things without getting in my feelings. Because if you just heard about a meme coin, Dogecoin or Pepe or something, and you took $5,000 and you just threw it in the market, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're very attached to that. You're very emotional. But let's just say you said, I got $5,000 to put into cryptocurrency over this year, and you split that up into 12 months, and you put in, you just go on the 20th of every month, and you put in a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Like, I feel like that's the best way, and a lot of people who I rock with invest that way. And I feel like a lot of people who have a lot of money have grown their wealth that way. And that's the point, to grow the wealth, not to try to get rich quick. You can get rich in crypto, but I would really discourage looking at crypto as a way to get rich, because if you look at it like an asset, you'll treat it like an asset. If you look at it on how to get rich quick, you're going to treat it like that. And we don't need to be hopping in and out of stocks right now like we're professional traders, because first of all, 9 times out of 10, you're not built like that. And you're playing with your money. And this right now, 2023, is not the time to be playing with your money. Let me tell you why. The Fed is raising rates, which means the economic times are going to continue to get tighter. Inflation is going crazy. Let's just look at the median price for homes. We are damn near at all-time highs. The only time it was higher was in Q4 of last year, which was just a couple months ago, not even 12 months. So all the advice that you can hear about housing and real estate and such, look, everybody's trying to make money, and we're trying to figure out how to make money. The name of the show is Where the Money At. So let's ask, where the money at? Most people bought houses and it appreciated. But if you didn't buy before Q2 2020, you might have missed out, because it's like the price change was just too drastic. And home prices are as high as they've ever been right now. Look at it. So what is the strategy? Are we going to buy single family homes? Are we going to fix and flips? Are you going to rehab things? Like, the barrier of entry for all those areas in real estate are higher now, more expensive, which means the margins are smaller. So we need to think about that. And this is just another reason why I don't think it's time to play right now. And we have to handle everything, no matter what asset you're in, with maturity and respect. Man, let's look at the average price of new vehicles in the U.S. I'm in the U.S., so the average price of vehicles, we're at all-time highs. We're at all-time highs. And let me give you a specific example. A Toyota Camry costs $26,000. If you want to get the hybrid, it's damn near $30,000. And the ones talk about as shown, $35,000. Everything right now is expensive, which is why I don't encourage you coming into crypto and messing around and playing with your money, because I don't want to see none of y'all lose out. It's people every day in cryptocurrency that crash out. And the worst thing you can do investing is to go all in and hurt yourself so bad to where you can't invest anymore in the future. It would have been better if you just took a little bit of money, put it in, and watched it grow and add it on periodically. None of this is financial advice, but this is just the perspective I'm coming at, and I hope y'all feel me. And if you do feel me, drop a comment and tell me how you feel about these things that we're discussing. Let's see. So I looked up the price of a Toyota Camry in 2008. They say it was about $20,000. I guarantee you could have found many, many Camrys, I'm pretty sure new and used, for under $20,000 back then. And it's almost been a 30% run up since then. So we really need to handle this with some respect and just slow down for a second, because there's so many ways, like Instagram, TikTok, we got Twitter, all that has terrible financial advice that they're giving you, and everybody's making all this, like making money seem like it's easy. It's not. It's actually a slow process. And I'm not saying I want to sit around and get money slow, but we're in a bear market right now inside of cryptocurrency. That fast money can come during the bull market, but you can get absolutely wrecked right now in crypto. So what about stocks? I've talked about real estate. I've talked about crypto. Let's talk about stocks. Are we going to stock our way up to getting rich? Are you going to Lululemon your way up to getting rich? Or do you want to find a penny stock and hope that it pops off? Like, I'm just not seeing it. Like, do you want to live off of dividends? Because I'm pretty sure if you want to make $100,000 a year off of dividends, you at least have to have a portfolio of like 4 million. So I'm just trying to figure out where the money at. And all these reasons, the high barrier of entry to real estate, the high barrier of entry to stocks, those two things at this point are where you preserve wealth. It's not where you grow wealth. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But that's where you preserve wealth. That's when you got your money already and you need somewhere to put it to watch it grow while you don't do nothing. That's why I'm so locked in on cryptocurrency, because I feel like we're in an area where you can build bags and look for good projects and they make significant gains. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Like, I feel like Bitcoin will do some good multiples in the future, and Ethereum will do some better multiples because it's a lower price, and some lower projects under that, all the altcoins will do great multiples in the bull market in the future. When is that bull market coming? I don't know. 2024, 5, 6, 7. I don't care, because I'm going to be dollar cost averaging until it happens. And if we hit a real bear market, I'm talking about we go below 20,000, my bags or how much I'll be investing will increase. Yes, the lower the price goes, the more I'll be adding on, because I feel that's how much I believe in it, and that's just my conviction. None of this is financial advice, but tell me where you're going. Tell me where you feel like you're going to make your money in these assets, because we need to start having discussions about this. Because it's time for us to start interacting. It's time for us to seriously have these conversations. It's time to get serious. Everything is too expensive. Every time you leave the house, it's $100. And, I know I'm ranting, but this is where I'm at with it. That's why I started this show. It's time to figure out where the money at. And we're going to keep discussing it. And we're going to keep talking about this stuff until we figure it out, because we all going to make it. I promise you that. But look, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, and I'm going to holler at y'all.